What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here, joined by Dilly Vanilli for our WWE Raw May 29th, 2017 review and reactions. Is this our final review, Dylan?
I don't know, man. Maybe. We're thinking about it. I don't know,
seriously,
man.
guys, this show has gotten so bad and to the point where we are so frustrated with watching it on a weekly basis that I'm thinking about quitting the reviews. But I won't quit the reviews, and we won't quit the reviews if you guys want to continue to watch us, because we need to give the people what they want. So if you guys want to see us keep reviewing these shows, then we will. But we might change the style of them. And the style of review we're doing tonight is we're talking about what we actually give a shit about. We're talking about the important aspects of the show. We're doing like minimal recap. Just talking about our thoughts on the show. It's literally going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot shorter probably. There might be a rant here or there occasionally, but we're just going to give you our quick thoughts as if it was a movie almost. Okay, so Dylan, what did you think of the show tonight? Did you like it? Did it suck? Give me your overall thoughts, bro. And by the way, we have no notes. Zero.
No.
So we might miss something completely, and that's not our fault.
So we were both watching the NHL. That's a rare occurrence. We're both watching the NHL Game 1, Stanley Cup Finals, and I came over to the show Raw, and I'm like, God damn it, do we have to do a review? Because I'm like, I just don't care. That's the three biggest words that I have said for weeks. I don't care. I watched the show. There was some small aspects to the show that I liked. And with a lot of these stories, I just couldn't care. So tonight's episode was there. It was on television. It went from 7 to 10 minutes past its normal slot of time of 3 hours and 15 minutes. And was shown to probably 1 point something million viewers because this show gets no ratings. That's all I gotta say.
For me, bro, this show was fucking terrible. Like, let's be honest, this show sucked. Okay? And I watched I believe it was on Saturday night or Saturday during the day, I think. I watched back to back because of course I'm doing the retro Raws, I'm doing the Attitude Era Raws. I watched back to back shows. That's how into the show I was, bro. That's 3 hours straight of network WWE. 3 hours straight, and I was having a good time, and I almost want to watch another one. I sit here and I can't even watch the matches anymore. I gotta skip some of the segments. I don't care about
skip every match.
I don't care about 95% of the roster. There are like 2 storylines on the show. It's so frustrating. Because the reason why we do these reviews, and a lot of people will say, first, we have a fan base that when we started this channel, we've grown primarily at the beginning as a wrestling channel. So that's primarily why we've continued to do these reviews. But the second reason is because we've always been wrestling fans. And we've always been wrestling fans because of what wrestling was when it was the best. And to see it the reason why we do these reviews is because we know how good wrestling can be when it is on. We know how good it can be. And that is why we are harsh on it. It's not like honestly, sure, they can take our view of the show, our recording view that we watch. We watch the show probably in like an hour or less. But we only watch the show because we want to give our opinions to people that want to know our opinions. And probably if you're watching this, you probably have watched one of our reviews at some point in time and you relate to what we feel because you know how good wrestling can be. When you became a wrestling fan, wrestling was dope. Or at a certain point in your life, you fell in love with wrestling because of a certain wrestler, a certain event, a certain match, whatever it may be. And for us, we're sitting at this point where I wouldn't say that I don't like wrestling anymore because I go back and I watch wrestling real wrestling, you know, I don't even consider this wrestling anymore to this point. It's something totally different. It's a total different art, total different TV show. I'm not even familiar with what this is. And it's just sad because I still like wrestling, but I don't like wrestling. I'm stuck in this middle ground, Dylan, where I don't know how to feel. Do you understand? And I think that's where a lot of people are at with wrestling at this current point in time.
Well, we can relate to the good stuff of wrestling. We've liked some things here in the last, couple months that we enjoy. It's not that we don't care about wrestling, because obviously we still do. We come on here every week and give these reviews.
We care. We care, but we don't like.
Yeah. The product that has been given to us at this point in time, it's like, where is the fun? Where is the enjoyment level? Where's the create? If there's any, thing out there that says that we still enjoy wrestling, we went to WrestleMania, 2 months ago? We went to Florida to go there. So we still care about wrestling. We just don't care about the entertainment. I don't want to hate the show, but I do, because it's awful every single week. And we're going to go through these recaps, if you will, of these storylines pretty quickly, because I didn't watch the matches. I fast-forwarded through every single match tonight.
And you know what? It's not that I don't like in-ring wrestling. It's that I don't like this type of in-ring wrestling, and I don't like matches that don't mean anything.
Yep. And by the way, this is a go-home show. I'd like to also point that out.
Bro, I didn't even know.
Okay, I saw a notification today, and it said, what was it? Sasha Banks and Rich Swann are going to go up against Alicia Fox and Noam Dar at Extreme Rules this Sunday. And the first reaction was, wait, Extreme Rules is this Sunday? I totally forgot there's a pay-per-view this Sunday. I was like,
Dylan,
holy shit.
What? Is there a single storyline in any of these fucking rivalries? Any? On both shows?
Huh. That's going to be on pay-per-view? No. Because I can think of one storyline.
There are no storylines. How do you have a wrestling show with no storylines in it? It's a TV show. How do you have it? Think about that. That's like watching. Okay, tonight I'm gonna watch Gotham. Okay, if you guys have heard of Gotham, it's Batman before he came Batman, and that's what it is, right? Imagine that show where all it is you see Penguin fight Riddler in one scene, then you see Batman fight somebody in one scene, or Bruce, little Bruce, and then you see like a moment where Catwoman talks about being Catwoman, but she doesn't do anything with anybody else. Like, it's so hard to compare to anything else, because the weird part about today's wrestling is you'll have characters on the shows, but you won't have storylines to put them in. You know what I mean? Like, there are occasional characters. Like, they're trying to do Gold Dust stuff. They're trying to do Bray Wyatt stuff. They're trying to do Breeze Dango. They're trying to do Jinder Mahal. There's some characters here and there. And by the way, I just pointed out some of the things that are the most over at this current point in time because they actually have characters. And that's another thing I've noticed very recently, Dylan. And this is just going to turn into probably a straight rant, like, to be honest. I've noticed this over the past few weeks. Notice even the Mark crowd, they don't even realize it. They think they like a certain product, but notice how the people and the wrestlers and the things that are the most over on these shows have characters. And the ones that don't, they don't know how to react. They don't know. It's just boring. It's what chants. It's boos when they're a face. It's cheers when it's like they don't know how to react to non-characters because nobody does. It doesn't make sense. But you look at Breeze Dango, for example. Nobody liked Fandango and Tyler Breeze when they first came in. And now they put them together and kind of make a little bit of a character of themselves, and now they're over. How easy is that?
And it's a comedy gimmick too. Like it doesn't take a brain, like a genius, a rocket scientist, if you will, to write wrestling. I know they have a busy schedule; they got to do a bunch of stuff, but making characters is not that difficult. And then having storylines on top of it.
Bro, do you know what pisses me off? Is that they never go back to what worked. Like, they'll do the "this is your life" thing, but they won't spend time to actually go back. Like, I'm watching 98 Raws right now. Go back and, okay, I know this would hurt their ego. This would hurt Vince McMahon's ego. How did Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara write the show in 1998? How can we model our show after how they did that? Like, simple things like crafting a show or where to put the commercials. Where do you put your champion in the show? Like, these very simple things that if they did that, it would improve it by like 3 stars a show.
And this is weird. We're in this age of 2017 where every single market for TV and movies wants to do nostalgia, and they want to bring back stuff. So you see a bunch of these remakes of old movies and comebacks and a whole bunch of stuff, Ghostbusters and the like. But wrestling doesn't do that. Weird how they just decided we're going with this new era. But they can't get anything right. And they don't want to make TV correct. Because what I thought of entertainment, when they put World Wrestling Entertainment and they want to focus on the entertainment aspect, I also thought they wanted to do more TV stuff, but they can't even write TV. So I don't know what the show is. It's weird. It's baffling.
And it's so hard to comprehend how the same person is the top of the company and they've gotten away from he's gotten away from what made him money.
Yeah.
Like, how does Vince in the 80s go from Hogan, Piper, all these guys, Andre, and the stories and the segments and the way that they did their shows to Austin, Rock, Mankind, Taker, Kane, to Finn Bálor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, like, these guys with no characters. You have no storylines on your show. All of the guys are small. All the guys do flips. It's a totally different style of wrestling. When did this change? When did wrestlers decide we don't want to make money? We want to try and hurt ourselves instead. When did WWE decide we don't care about making money anymore? We have this game plan that is proven, that can make money. We have this model of a show that can give us viewers and viewers and viewers. But instead, we're going to do something different just because we can.
Don't make a whole lot of sense.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
I'm actually, this is an interesting, I'm in a closet right now. If you can't really tell, don't make the gay jokes. And I have, behind my phone is the old classic DVD stand. It was weird. Interesting. I got the old WWF pay-per-views, old classic stuff. Maybe you have to do an old school pay-per-view review with Mitch. Watch along kind of thing.
Please. Bro, we might change this. We might still do wrestling, but we might just do all old stuff. Like, maybe one day we'll do, retro Raw. We'll do a retro WC Nitro. We'll do a pay-per-view. I'm getting to the point where I can't sit here week in and week out and watch this stuff.
No. Vengeance 01, the undisputed champion. When did this shit go away? Is my question. That's what I want. Even, you know what? I'll even use it from a couple of years ago. All right, Money in the Bank, right? 2011. Great show. CM Punk John Cena. You know, they had the great storyline that got people back into wrestling. It got me back into wrestling. CM Punk, the character, had a great storyline. We got interested. He got invested with what he was going to do. Was he going to leave with the title? All this stuff. Where's the excitement? And this isn't even a big pay-per-view. Fucking July when WWE's at its worst. And yet, we get bullcrap after bullcrap after bullcrap. So many times to the point where I'm numb. Like, I don't care about the product anymore. I should. So congratulations to the WWE for making that happen to a fan that has watched wrestling since, like, 2004.
But it's not just you, Dylan. They've lost so many viewers. They've lost 1 million people since WrestleMania. They've lost a million people. 1 million.
1 million. Since 2 months ago.
Their ratings are near TNA 2010 ratings. They're very close.
I don't know if SmackDown, I think it was Raw, actually, that had a 1.86 last week. 1.86. This company at one point got into the 8s. It's fucking awful. And don't give me this bullshit of, TV is dying. No. Millions of people will still watch your product.
If it's good, they'll watch it. If it's good, they'll watch it.
Sports ratings are still up at an all-time high. I don't care if this is not a sport. The Walking Dead ratings are still at an all-time high. TV ratings for big TV shows are still high if you put on a good product. And until TV's cut off completely, I don't want to hear that bullshit argument.
Okay, let's go through a little bit of the show.
Right.
So they started the show with a Miz TV. That's what I remember. I didn't understand what it accomplished whatsoever. We had Sheamus and Cesaro there, who I could care less. They have Dean Ambrose come out. I could care less. They have the Hardy Boys come out who don't know exactly what they are. Are they Delete? You know, are they version 3 Matt? You know, what the hell are the Hardy Boys at this point? Then they have a match. I don't understand this. Why do they have a brawl and then have a match right after? That makes no sense.
We need to have our Teddy Long match play a 6-man tag shit. I really hate that. It's like, let's throw two feuds together and put a tag in them.
They had 9 matches tonight. 9.
Hey, they went down a match. They went down a match tonight. But also that's because 2 matches were 15 minutes long.
People are starting to dig the Drifter. Do you want to know why?
Because he has a character.
He has a character. He takes a guitar and he strums it and he sings before his matches, and then he has a squash match. Why is Elias Sampson 1 week going from beating Dean Ambrose to facing a jobber?
I feel like, you know what? I think I figured out the problem. Men in Black, where they take away your memory if they put that stick right in front of your face and then they hit the button. I feel like after every episode of Raw, they hit that. Somebody goes backstage and puts it to the writers' heads, and they come back next week and they're like, "Oh,
bro, they should still be able to write a better show." Then they had Joe, Bálor, and Bray, and they have Joe beat Bray.
It was a long match too. I remember going into it before intermission, and then came back like almost at the end of intermission. They were still wrestling.
And I'm sorry, I've tried, but Finn Bálor is not in any way, shape, or form a star. In no way is Finn Bálor a star. I've tried to like this guy. I have tried. This is a guy that should be a cruiserweight. Let's be honest.
This guy, I don't understand why they don't put this demon shit out there, right? Mark Calloway would not be successful if he was just Mark Calloway. He had a character named The Undertaker, and he looked like a badass. And I know they're a bit different size, but you can make somebody better with a character like the Demon. Let's just
There
throw
are
a guy
no
with black
characters.
trunks out there and just flip
What
the
is
shit.
Samoa Joe?
In the immortal words of Scott Steiner, he's fat! That's what he is.
Rick Swan. Okay, Sasha Banks has got to the level where she is doing dancing segments with Rick Swan or Rich Swan.
My question is, where in the blue hell did he come from? There was no storyline introduction to this.
Okay, at WrestleMania, we saw Rich Swan at a freaking gas station with no bodyguards, no friends. He walked right past me. He said hi. And guess what? Nobody except for an 8-year-old kid got up and started to take a picture with him. I was like, is that Rich Swan? Like, the dude looks like a goof.
It was so
like
weird.
Nerd.
It wasn't even a good gas station. As weird as that sounds.
It was a shitty gas station. This guy just walks by everybody. Nobody takes a picture with him. Nobody even cared. And now he's doing segments with Sasha Banks, who's supposed to be a star on your show. She looked pretty nice tonight, by the way.
Pretty nice.
What the frick, bro?
No, I still don't understand. Where did he come from? I just got the notification earlier, like I was talking about, and I'm like, but what? But why? When did he get introduced at all? And by the way, we were in that gas station right after Mania, so you know there were people that were wrestling fans there. They still didn't.
Yeah. That's the funny part. Everybody there was a wrestling fan, and even the Marks didn't take a picture.
The Marks. It's unbelievable. But I will say, if there's one redeeming quality, Sasha was looking pretty nice.
That was one of the positive points of the show. I'm not even kidding you. One of the three. Then we had Titus O'Neil defeating Kalisto. Who cares? We have Alexa Bliss presenting Bayley. This is your life. Do you want to start this off?
Fucking hell. It's sad enough that one of your most talented people that can cut promos is in a bad segment. I don't want to have that happen, but holy shit, this was bad. First off, where did this come from? What was Alexa Bliss's motive to use this in her match to build up to a kendo stick on a pole match on Sunday? What the fuck does that even mean? I don't know. Is it for the title? I don't know. Second, the acting was atrocious. WWE likes to use other people when it comes to these kind of storylines. But the difference between This Is Your Life 1 and this one was that they used the actors very minimally in the first one. And I don't even know what this was. We went from a teacher to a friend who said that they weren't friends anymore because all she wanted to do was wrestle, which is just one of the worst things you could do as a friend, is to not support your friend. And then an ex-boyfriend who swerve for the sake of a swerve. I know my boy Vince Russo's right there, but come on now. For the sake of a swerve, we had two people who we've never, ever seen before in our entire lives. Just, yeah, I wanted to hang out with Bayley so I can hang out with you. And they start making out, and they talk about, oh, I almost kissed her father. What the fuck is this shit? And Booker T put it best when they were just about to make out, and he goes, oh, this is awful. This is horrible. This is your announcer. This is your announcer. He's supposed to put this over. By the way, this isn't the first time they haven't tried to recreate this segment. They did this back in 2009 with Cena, and it was terrible.
I swear it was Vince Russo night tonight. It seems like that every week. No, like seriously, why did they? No, and people might not like Vince Russo, and I personally don't understand why, because like everything has basically been made up about the guy. But think about like the last few weeks. he tweeted this out. They had a table for 3, and guess who was on it?
Who?
Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette. And they buried Vince Russo. Okay.
Who was the third person on the show?
And then what's his name from Freebirds?
Oh, hey, PSAs. Okay, PSAs. That's weird though.
and then they steal his segment that he wrote. This is my life. They're doing a candlestick on a pole. They did a gold dust vignette, which Vince Russo wrote. What? Can you create something new?
No, it's not even that.
It's not even that. They're taking all his ideas and then they shit on him. Like, what?
It's like they're jabbing left and right, and they can't even use his ideas correctly. This was so stupid. This was one of the dumbest segments I've seen in a while. And I was like, I saw the hate.
This was terrible. And people don't understand that part of the reason why This Is My Life worked the biggest reason. Think about this. You have the freaking biggest movie star on the freaking planet Earth in that segment. And then you have Mankind, who's like top 10 of all time, consensus from the bottom line view, right?
Yes. And not only that, he's a great face. He can cut a great promo. And he's loved.
And the Rock and Sock connection. The chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. Bayley, I know she didn't talk in the segment, but there is nothing that can get her over. And Alexa Bliss, who's great,
had nothing. You know what was even worse than the segment? The fans.
What's that?
The fans watching in attendance. What? Then they were like, "This is what they saying? Like, this is I don't even know what they're fucking. This is boring." Like, I hate the crowds and. And then you have the best part of the entire segment was the girl like going goo goo gaga over the ex-boyfriend. That was the best part. When she was like twirling her hair. That was literally the best part. And you had no idea why she was doing that. But that was the best part of the segment.
It was so
This segment was terrible.
I tried to give it a chance. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go watch it after the game, see how stupid it was. It was even worse than I thought it was going to be. Oh.
And as talented as we think Alexa Bliss is, she still has no character. She's trying.
I know.
She's trying. But you can't get over without these characters, man. Look at your fucking numbers and your ratings.
Because every time she goes out there, it's always with these what chants and these boring chants. And I'm like, oh my God. Can this be your last review?
Jesus fuck. And then we have Enzo Amore, which was attacked. That was the best part of the entire show.
This is the best part of the show, by far.
The thread with Kurt Angle, Enzo, Cass.
Corey Graves.
They threw Revival in there. That was the best part of the show. It was actually a storyline. There was a thread throughout the show. It kept you intrigued. I think that they should have started the show with the Kurt Angle thing. And they should have had bits and pieces. And this should have been the main story throughout the whole show. If you don't want to do anything with your freaking 5-man match, then throw this as the main story. Because this is another huge problem. You have 3 hours of a freaking TV show, and you have one segment for everything. One match, one segment. You don't see these wrestlers more than one time, and that kills me.
It also stacks up. It's like, okay, you're in hour 3, and you're like, oh shit, what happened with hour 1? You know, like you're forgetting stuff because there's much stuff on top, and you don't go with threads or storylines. This was great. Because I enjoyed this because Corey Graves, you know, he's on the commentary. He's supposed to talk. He gets some phone message about it and leaves, and then goes to Kurt Angle. Says something about Enzo. And they do this thing with the Revival. This was probably on the show 4 or 5 times tonight, and that's good because that's what a thread and a TV storyline is supposed to do. And I enjoyed it, and I want to see, did Cass do it? Did the Revival? Who did it? It's one of those kind of storylines, and That's one of the only things I can be intrigued about by the show.
That was it.
That was
Then
it.
you had Austin Aries. Who cares?
Neville lost the first match since coming back to the division on a Raw.
Wow.
That's great.
Roman Reigns faced Seth Rollins. It was an okay match. It was pretty good, but I don't care.
It's a good match. It's always should be saved on pay-per-view, but that's just me. That's just me. Okay, I don't even know if grades are allowed on this show. Fuck.
It was terrible. If you think the show is good, I think you need to get your brain checked. Usually I say, like, more power to you, or this is my opinion. But seriously, I don't even know what to say. Like, if you like this current product right now, you must have started watching like 2 years ago. Like, if you actually knew when wrestling was good and you like this show, like, I don't understand. I don't know how anybody that could have even liked 2007 Raw and then watched the show and said it was good. Like, I don't even understand that.
Bro, 2007 Raw was lit. I don't care what anybody says.
2010, bro. Like, come on. It's that much worse.
Can we get to some comments? I want to hear what the comments have to say here.
Do you want to read them? You can.
I don't have them saved on my phone. I have to go off screen, but I can do it.
Pull them up. You can read. Arian's in there. Clark's in there. Chris Crypto. He says, "What up, fellas?" Patrick is in there. Tyshawn Henderson says, "Who would you rather smash, Alexa Bliss or Sasha Banks?" Tonight, Sasha Banks, but usually Alexa Bliss.
Both very hot, but I would agree with Mitch on there.
What?
I said, are you there?
Yes, go ahead. Read the comments.
I put up. My phone's going very, very. I don't even know if I can pull up comments here.
It's just complaining about the show.
Get any worse. All right, I'm pulling them up here. It's loading. Okay. Can you hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Arian says tonight's show was okay. Too many matches and not enough storylines. It was pretty meh. Clark says it's an effing disgrace. You're damn right. Arian also calls me Vanilla Ice. Thank you very much. Dilly Vanilli is very much in the fed. Arian says, but hey, if you were a fan in 1995, you probably didn't expect the Attitude Era. I don't think we're ever going to get anything like that. I'm just saying. Clark, Alexa segment.
I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. I think it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
I don't know how it's possible, but they figured out a way every week. So, Clark says Alexa segment was the worst copycat of Rock and Foley part from the Attitude Era. So cringe. I feel bad that y'all have to review this bullshit. Hashtag true fans. Oh, thank you. We try, but after this shit, it's terrible. Clark says also it may never happen for WWE to get better. They need to do what like Lucha Underground and do seasons with breaks in between. It wouldn't matter. I supposedly heard that WWE is blaming Cena and Lesnar's absence. Well, then put Lesnar back on the fucking show. I don't understand how that's his fault. Personally, I think WWE needs competition. I don't know where they get that competition from, but they need it. Let's see here. The writing is bad. I could have written a better segment. They might as well had Dave Meltzer. I don't know about Meltzer. He might be the one person to make the show worse. Let's see. Not a big fan of Corey Graves, but it was good. That's what Arian said. Biggie J, why do all these only do kicks, especially Bálor or Nakamura? You would think you would be able to sell kicks, right? But but apparently wrestlers do not know how to sell kicks, like at all at this point. In 2017, it's impossible. And finally, from Tyshawn, who do you want to win the Fatal 5-Way? Is there still a pay-per-view on Sunday?
Bray or Roman?
Roman, I don't think is gonna win because I think they have bigger plans.
You're lagging like a sumbitch, bro.
I know, bro. I just got back on. Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yep.
Okay. You said Roman and who else?
Roman and Bray.
I think Roman. Like I said, I don't know if everybody heard us, but I think
He
Roman's
asked,
gonna
who do you want? Roman or Bray?
Okay. I'm just saying. I probably would say both of those, but more towards Bray because I think that would be a good feud. But there it is, everybody.
There it is.
The show is awful.
Our WWE May 29th review. It probably went too long. A lot of ranting we had to get off our chest, especially me.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining. What do you guys think we should do for the future of WWE stuff on the channel? Should we continue to review these crappy shows? Should we try something different and do more old stuff? Should we do more video game based WWE stuff? What should we do? Because I still want to keep the WWE stuff because it is a part of me and I want to still do videos on it. But I'm just not sure about the current product. I just don't know if I have the passion, and neither of us do. And Kev hasn't been here for a while. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more if you're new. Thanks, guys, for joining, and peace out.